were sitting pretty. Callum Styles puts Barnsley in front to give the Tykes hope.
And just remember, as things stand, a win for Brentford if West Brom send them up to the Premier League on goal difference. So as I say, a massive 45 minutes coming for them. We're going to be with our live Bristol City 0, Preston North End 1. Let's begin our reports at the City Ground then. Jeff Peters.
Where it's Nottingham Forest 0, Stoke City 1. Forest only need a point to secure a playoff spot, but they're stumbling again, even though they are hanging on to 6th place. The visitors took a 19th minute lead here. Jordan Thompson with a 1-2 from a corner on the right before crossing to the far post, where Danny Bart converted with a header from about 6 yards. Lewis Grabban had Forest's best chance. Thompson cleared it off the line. Abiobi and Yates also denied by a double save from Adam Davis. Lolly through one-on-one, but squared as Davis came out, and Stoke were able to get it away. Lots of nerves around here. Half-time, Forest 0, Stoke 1.
Let's head to the Cardiff City Stadium. Lawrence Moura.
Where at the break it is Cardiff 2, Hull 0. So far so good for Neil Harris's Bluebirds. They started really brightly, and Robert Glatzel had gone close 3 times before they finally took the lead on 20 minutes as Junior Hoylett streaked down the left and fired across the goalkeeper into the far corner. Hull had started brightly themselves without troubling the home team's goalkeeper Smithies, but they had a huge penalty shout turned down as Bennett seemed to clumsily trip Wilkes on the far side of the penalty area. The replays showed the referee got it completely wrong. It should have been a spot kick. Anyway, the home team weren't going to be rattled by that, and some woeful defending from Hull left Sean Morrison unmarked to head home from a corner shortly afterwards. And we all know how messy it is at the bottom of the Championship with the Tigers. They're desperately trying to give at least one clear-cut relegation. They are well and truly cut adrift at the bottom. But just 45 minutes more for the Bluebirds to hang on and claim a place in the playoffs. At the break, it's Cardiff 2, Hull 0.
Reading will have to get through the next 45 minutes with 10 men. Half-time at the Medeski. James Savundra.
Reading 1, Swansea 1, a point for the visitors. Both sides then had their chances, but the hosts saw Yaku Mate given a straight red card for a push to the face of Swansea defender Mike van der Horn. Yet, with 5 minutes to go before half-time, Andy Rinamoto was brought down in the box, and Reading striker George Pushkas slotted home from the penalty spot to level the scores. Swansea's season will definitely end tonight, unless they can take all 3 points from this game and sides slip up above them. At half-time, Reading 1, Swansea 1.
Fulham struggling at half-time at the DW. Half-time score there, it is Wigan 1, Fulham 0. And that result, if Wigan can hold on to it, would be enough to see them stay in the Championship. And that's even with a 12-point deduction. I know there's an appeal coming, but it looks like so far Wigan true to form. Fulham in desperate need of a win in that game to stand any chance of automatic promotion back to the Premier League. Let's continue around the Championship grounds. Let's go to Hillsborough. Alan Biggs.
Sheffield Wednesday 1, Middlesbrough 1. It's wide open. Borough may only need the draw, but Neil Warnock very much going for the win. Sheffield Wednesday looking to get on the front foot as well, which is the way they started. A fierce angled shot from Jacob Murphy, taking a big deflection over keeper Stojanovic. Good work in the build-up from Kadeem Harris, a former Warnock player at Cardiff. Borough levelled after a flurry of attacks. Saw Fletcher and Saville both have chances denied by Wildsmith, and then Paddy McNair, who'd hit the post earlier, hammered home at the far post after a Borough break, feeding on a Barry Bannon error. Bannon at the other end had a 25-yarder saved. Tom Lees then a goal-bound header blocked. So very lively stuff at Hillsborough. Sheffield Wednesday 1, Middlesbrough 1.
No favours given at Elland Road by the champions this evening. Mark Wilson.
No, not at all. Leeds United 2, Charlton 0. Been watching a football masterclass in that first half with Pablo Hernandez at the heart of it. Leeds served early warning, Harrison firing over after just 2 minutes. But the goal, the opener on 13 minutes, was a thing of beauty. Cross from the right-hand side, headed to Ben White, who stood in the D on the edge of the area, took it on his chest and volleyed it straight in the top corner. It's his first goal for Leeds. He's been ever present this season. He's on loan from Brighton. It could be his last appearance at Elland Road. Alioski then blazed over from 12 yards while Phillips saved well from Hernandez. A wonderful fingertip save, kept Tailing's 25-yarder out, and then he denied Dallas twice as well, but he couldn't deny him on 28 minutes. Hernandez, another wonderful pass into the path of Dallas, who pushed pushed it in at the far post to make it 2-0. Charlton did have one big chance, 36 minutes Leeds pouring forward, lost the ball in midfield, and Alfie Doughty raced in on goal from the centre circle, but as the keeper came out, he pushed his shot wide. Charlton in big trouble here. Leeds on track for a club record 28th win of the season. Charlton heading back to League One as it stands. It's Leeds United 2, Charlton 0.
Birmingham dicing with danger against Derby. Half-time at St Andrews. Tom Ross.
Birmingham 0, Derby 1. Graham Shinney's second of the season on 6 minutes put Derby ahead, but Birmingham have had plenty of the game, plenty of opportunities, and we saw Colin get the ball to Bellingham on 18 minutes, step past two defenders and then smashed a shot that was parried away by the keeper. Bellingham also had a shot just wide of the post, then headed against the crossbar. Bella sent clear into the box, shot wide. At the other end, Lee Camp was forced late on to make a super save from Jason Knight, and right in stoppage time, Waghorn should really have made it too. A mistake by Shunnage saw him race into the area, but he chipped it over the bar. Birmingham 0, Derby 1.
Luton hanging on to championship status as it stands at Kenilworth Road in Abrahams.
Yeah, not exactly hanging on. They're doing it all right here. Luton 2, Blackburn 1. They're going above Charlton and Birmingham at this stage, Luton. They were behind after 10 minutes. Blackburn's corner falling to Adam Armstrong in the box. He dispatched it into the right corner, as he normally does. But on 28 minutes, Luton were level. A James Bree free kick left-hand side into the penalty area of Hayden Carter beyond Christian Walton to make it 1-1. And soon Luton were level. 35 minutes on the clock when a corner again from Bree on the near side, again towards the near post, and Sonny Bradley, not sure whether he touched it with his head or his foot, doesn't really matter if you're a Luton fan, it went into the back of the net. Blackburn, after an early start where they looked spirited, fell away a bit, the truth be told, and Luton now in total control of their own destiny. Luton 2, Blackburn 1.
Let's get that half-time report from the DW Stadium. Steve Hothershall.
Where it's Wigan 1, Fulham 0. Both teams with a big need for these 3 points, but it's Wigan who currently possess them, and they've continued to play with that fantastic swagger and confidence that served them so well since the start of the year. Kiefer Moore with the goal on the half-hour mark. Nathan Burns' cross was easy fodder to head home, and it was just minutes after he'd had a goal correctly ruled out for offside. Fulham have had big opportunities themselves. Mitrovic should have scored after 1 minute, but he got his foot under the shot, and Cabano had a fierce shot saved one-handed by Marshall. So it's 3 points that keeps Wigan safe at present. This game is far from over. It's Wigan 1, Fulham 0 at half-time.
So let me recap the scores for you on the final day of the Sky Bet Championship season. Birmingham 0, Derby County 1, Brentford 0, Barnsley 1, Bristol City 0, Preston 1, Cardiff 2, Hull 0, Leeds 2, Charlton 0, Luton 2, Blackburn 1, Millwall 1, Huddersfield 1, Nottingham Forest 0, Stoke 1, 10-man Reading 1, Swansea 1, Sheffield Wednesday 1, Middlesbrough 1, West Brom 1, QPR 1, and Wigan 1, Fulham 0. Earlier in the Premier League, Manchester United were held to a draw at Old Trafford by West Ham. It finished 1-1. Mikel Antonio's penalty cancelled out by an equaliser from Mason Greenwood. At 15 minutes on the clock at Anfield this evening, Chelsea, the visitors. Graham Beecroft has the latest.
It's Liverpool 0, Chelsea 0, and Chelsea have been the better side so far. They've looked very good indeed going forward, and they've had two very good chances. One on 7 minutes when Willian played the ball to James just outside the penalty area on the right-hand side. His cross there, which was an excellent one, headed over by Mount. He was under no particular pressure and should have done an awful lot better. And just before you came over, another really good chance. Cross from the left-hand side by Chelsea, miscontrolled by Willian. Had he brought it down, he would have been one-on-one with Becker. Liverpool 0, Chelsea 0.
To darts now. Peter Wright, Adrian Lewis amongst those in action at the World Match Play in Milton Keynes. Dan Dawson's there.
Yeah, Wright and Lewis on the way later. We've just seen another big shock here in Milton Keynes. It's been a week of surprises. World number 1 Michael van Gerwen dumped out last night. His best mate Vincent van der Voort has just ploughed into the quarter-finals of the Betfred World Match Play, though, for the first time in 11 years. The Dutch destroyer, an 80-1 outsider for the title at the start of today, but an 11-5 winner over two-time major champion Daryl Gurney. He says many players have underestimated him in the past, and he's sent them home, and he's done it again. Right now, though, two unseeded players fighting out for the quarters. It's Joe Cullen just with his nose in front. He leads 6-4 in a race to 11 against Belgian debutant Dimitri van den Berg.
Dan, thank you. So, Championship final day. As it looks, Leeds the champions, of course. West Brom will be joining them if things stay the same in the Premier League. Brentford, Fulham, Cardiff and Nottingham Forest would make up the top 6, and the bottom 3 would be Barnsley, Charlton and Hull. All still to play for, though. In the next 45 minutes, things could change massively. We'll have the second half from the Hawthorns after this.
Tuesdays at KFC gonna get you like, wow, pow, chow, kapow, get down right now. If you know how, then take a bow, because this deal's gonna raise a brow. Get 9 pieces of original recipe chicken for an eye-popping $5.99. What the...
£10. Get 15 gig for the same price as 3. Just £10.
On first 3 bundles, terms apply. See Vodafone.co.uk.
At Morrison's, we're cutting prices on the things you buy every week. Like our stone-baked pizzas freshly prepared in store. Pick up a 10-inch pizza for the new lower price of £2.50, or a 14-inch pizza for the new lower price of £3 for you. Morrison's, making it cost less. Majority of stores subject to availability. Excludes online. 10-inch was £3, 14-inch was £4.
This is the moment. A new start. Now the UK has left the EU.
Time for us to get going. To seize new opportunities as we transition to our new relationship.
Get moving.
It's on our hands now.
So we've got to get started.
Truck drivers.
Tech entrepreneurs.
Engineers.
Fishermen.
Farmers. Lawyers. Makers.
Holiday makers.
Creators.
Big business. Small business. Travelling for business.
We all need to plan ahead.
Check the guidance. Make the changes. And let's get going.
Sign up now at gov.uk/transition and check, change, go for the UK's new start.
Will you explore an island like no other? Get your heart racing. Or just watch because you're not as brave as your mates? Then grab 2 free tickets to Thorpe Park Resort worth £100 and pick your date when you collect 7 codes inside the sun. Pick up the sun this Saturday. T's and C's apply.
Game on. Betfred. Get ready for all the skills, saves and screamers as the season comes to a dramatic end. Sign up with Betfred and get £30 in free. Game on. Betfred. 18 plus T's and C's apply. New customers only. Cumulative evens plus 1 bet transaction. Visit betfred.com/promotions for more information. Keep it fun. BeGambleAware.org.
This is Ultimate Football Radio.
Oh my word!
Kickoff.
Can you believe it?
On Talk Sport.
Remember, the only place to give your reaction to all of the results in the Championship tonight is here on TalkSport. Andy Goldstein is joined by the former Leeds striker Jermaine Beckford from 10 p.m. A reminder, we have got live and exclusive commentary right now of Brentford against Barnsley. Brentford trailing at half-time over on TalkSport 2. But I will leave you with our commentary team here on TalkSport. West Brom 1, QPR 1. The former Wolves and Scotland striker Chris Uolumo alongside Adam Bridge.
Have we all calmed down yet? I'm not sure we have. We're ready to go for the start of the second half. If you thought that first 45 minutes was something special, there's another 45 minutes of drama coming your way. So much so they're still playing the liquidator here while everyone's been out for a couple of minutes, ready to get underway. Referee Darren England preparing to set us on our way. West Bromwich Albion are attacking the Brummie Road end away to our left-hand side, whereas Queen's Park Rangers will be shooting towards the Smethick end, which obviously usually houses the away support away to our right-hand side. Producer tells me there are a few West Bromwich Albion fans already milling up and down the street outside the Hawthorns in anticipation of what could be coming in 45 minutes time or so. I'll run you through the two teams in a moment, but West Brom looking to get forward early here with Johnson and then into Livermore off the head of Sawyers in the centre circle. O'Shea playing at left back, but on his favoured right foot just lifts that forward towards Kravinovic. His cushioned header finds Livermore, trying to search out Kravinovic again on this near side, but it's well read this time by Kakai. And on that left hand side, Manning, Queen's Park Rangers goal scorer from the first first half, will get the ball forward to those wonderful feet of Eze on that far side, who is just beaten to it on this occasion by Furlong, and in the end there's a foul on Pereira that gives the free kick to West Bromwich Albion. It's Johnson in goal then for the home side. Furlong, Bartley, Ajayi and O'Shea across the back. It's Sawyers and Livermore, the two holding midfielders. Pereira, Krovinovic and Diangana, the goal scorer, providing the support to Callum Robinson. It's O'Shea forward again down this near side, over the top on this occasion of Kakai, and away it goes up towards halfway, where it's intercepted by Bartley, but he's conceded, or he's actually won the throw on this left-hand side for West Bromwich Albion. Let's run you through the QPR team quickly as well. Lumley's in goal, Kakai, Masterton, Barbet and Manning across the back. It's Cameron and Ball, the holding midfielders, and then we've got Osai Samuel alongside Amos and Eze, and Elias Chair is invariably the furthest man forward for Queen's Park Rangers. Early thoughts on the second half from Chris Llewellyn?
Well, again, it's QPR starting the better for me, using the ball better, more options, good, better control. I've got to say, good defending there from Kyle Bartley as well. Osai Samuel coming, he was ever so lively in that first half. You've got to marshal him better. He was close to him there, good defending, and one. And saying that, here's for
another mistake at the back, a chance for Robinson inside the penalty area. He's around the penalty spot, but he's facing to the left of goal. Tried to poke it to Diangana, but it put it about 3 or 4 yards away from him. Diangana has managed to retrieve the ball. O'Shea with the right-footed ball towards the edge of the box, blocked out, but picked up again by Krovinovic. Then on to Sawyers, and now to Bartley at the edge of the centre circle. They've been forced back a little here, West Bromwich Albion.
If you talk about that, Livermore in there, he finds Callum Robinson basically right on the penalty spot. For one, first touch has got to be better to get the shot away, but he's got to put then Diangana in.
O'Shea has put Krovinovic here down the left-hand side, just outside the box. Back once more to Diangana, angle in the penalty area. Pereira helps on its way. Diangana's chasing after the rebound, but it was a scooped ball from Pereira that was quite comfortable for Queen's Park Rangers to clear, but only as far as O'Shea, who's combining nicely with Krovinovic on this near side. Here's Sawyers, lovely little angle ball to Pereira. Pereira on his left foot tries the shot across the face of goal, and Robinson is sliding in inside the 6-yard box, but it just evades his outstretched right boot, and it's gone behind for a goal kick away to our left-hand side. The thoughts of Chris in a moment, but let's go to Anfield. There's a small trophy being picked up tonight as Liverpool take on Chelsea. Graham Beecroft is watching.
Yes, there is. They've already guaranteed that they're picking up that trophy, but they're playing against Chelsea this evening. Vital game this for Chelsea, because if they can take 3 points from this one, then they're guaranteed Champions League football next season. But they've just gone behind, and Liverpool, who've rarely been on the attack, Chelsea have been the better side up to now, produced a lovely little move in and around the penalty area, neat into play, and it ended up with Naby Keita getting on the end of the ball and rifling a shot in off the crossbar. Liverpool 1, Chelsea 0.
Possession at the moment for West Brom around that edge of the Queen's Park Rangers penalty area. They're going to be forced back, I think. O'Shea, though, just does a little turn and gets it forward again to the feet of Diangana. He's got two round him. Oh, he's wriggled away from the pair. It's wonderful from Diangana. Left-footed ball across the box. Robinson's onside and turns it home from 6 yards out for West Bromwich Albion. They've come from behind. The weight of pressure is released in front of that Brummie Road end. Robinson's first goal since February. An easy finish from 6 yards out, but it's enough to put West Bromwich Albion on the cusp of the Premier League. It's West Brom 2, Queen's Park Rangers 1.
Well, to be fair, Diangana shouldn't get out of the tight mix that he finds himself in. Great little bit of tic-tac control through, but you know what, he gets his head up, and it's a fantastic ball into Callum Robinson. You've just said easy, Adam, easy. The pressure that's on it, you know what, nonchalant, wasn't he, confident, and he's put it in the back of the net there. Lumley had no chance. It was all about the ball coming across the face of goal for me.
And there speaks a striker. I thought it was easy, clearly not. A big goal as well at the DW Stadium, Wigan against Fulham. Steve Huddersall.
Yeah, Fulham are back in it. Wigan Athletic 1, Fulham 1, and Neeskens Cabano with a wonderful free kick left side of the penalty area. We found the top left-hand corner. No chance that David Marshall was going to save that one, and Fulham back in the race here. Wigan 1, Fulham 1.
And a goal at Elland Road for the champions against Charlton. Mark Wilson.
Yeah, this one's all over. Leeds United 3, Charlton 0. Goal coming 6 minutes into the second half. Leeds won a corner, and there on the end of it was Tyler Roberts, who's just come on as a substitute at the break, headed in unmarked 6 yards out. Leeds 3, Charlton 0.
If ever the phrase "it's theirs to lose" is appropriate, this is it. Pereira is just penalised as he tries to get the better that time of Yohan Barbet just outside the edge of the centre circle in Queen's Park Rangers territory. So it's West Bromwich Albion who lead by 2-1, and as we've said all along, they win, they go up. It really is that simple. on that far side. Queen's Park Rangers trying to find an equaliser, having gone ahead in this game. Sawyers just nips in and sees that ball back to Darnell Furlong, and Johnson first time will play it out to O'Shea on this near side. Much more composed from West Bromwich Albion now at the start of this second half.
He's got a massive role to play, hasn't he, Sam Johnson there, and fantastic, just puts in Dara O'Shea, keeps possession of the ball. That's what you want from your goalkeeper, Dara O'Shea.
O'Shea's going to have a shot here, takes a deflection, and it's going to be collected by Lumley in the edge of his 6-yard box. It was one of those moments where O'Shea, being a right footer, didn't work, did it? Because if he was away, and a left-footed ball in would have been the most natural thing, but he ended up cutting inside.
I totally agree, and that's just that's something that with playing that position, being a kind of righter, it's a little bit kind of negative, but again, good quality, come in there, and his distribution has got better the second half. First half, here we go, Pereira.
Here's Pereira chasing through. Lumley has to head it away from the edge of his penalty area, and away will come Queen's Park Rangers on the far side. So as things stand, it's West Bromwich Albion who will be going up automatically alongside Leeds. Reminder, Brentford are losing at the moment. They were at half-time against Barnsley by 1-0, and as the table stands at the bottom, it's still Hull, Charlton and Barnsley, but that equalising goal against Wigan from Fulham means that with a 12-point deduction, Wigan would be amongst those bottom 3. So a story still to be told at the top and at the bottom of this championship table tonight, right here on Talk Sport. We've had 52 minutes of this game. West Bromwich Albion, they've come from behind. They lead by 2-1. It's with Bartley on halfway, Ajayi at the other side of the centre circle, just keeping the ball nicely now. Slaven Bilic is at the edge of his technical area, barking directions and giving clear instructions, and that's a floated ball through to Dean Garner, but the offside flag is up midway inside the Queen's Park Rangers half, and it'll be a free kick for the Hoops and a chance to clear their lines, because they've really been under the cosh at the start of the second half.
No, they have. You know, I think West Brom have kept the ball very, very well. I'm looking at Dean Garner there. He's looking across the line. He's in loads of space. Kyle Bartley's got that quality that he can find him. Should not be offside there. But you're looking at Krovinovic as well, making a lot of things happen. Him and Sawyers are linking up very, very well. And like you say, just keeping possession of the ball, not forcing the issue. And that's exactly what a West Brom side is all about. Pick your moments to go forward, and go forward with pace and with quality.
They're pressing much higher in the second half as well. Robinson, Dean Garner and all of them are really pressing onto this back line of Rangers.
I'm just looking at the back four as well. You look at Ajay, look at Bartley, communicating, organising. Look at Bartley now talking. I've never seen that in the first half, because you're under pressure. That's what you want. But it takes moments, it takes players,
it's individuals, goal, didn't it?
Yeah, to get you the confidence up to do that. But that should be there from the get-go.
8 minutes gone in the second half on Talk Sport. It's the final of the championship, the finale, the final round of games. It's West Bromwich Albion 2, Queen's Park Rangers 1. A reminder, in the playoff situation right now, it would be Brentford against Forest and Fulham against Cardiff. They would be the two ties, and of course you'll follow the playoffs exclusively right here on Talk Sport at the weekend. It's Bartley again with possession for West Bromwich Albion. From 10 yards outside his own box, lovely ball down this near side for Krovinovic, who looked as though he could get that, but then just stepped away and waited for it to bounce and paid the price for it.
We'll have to say it's a fantastic ball from Kyle Bartley. Dara O'Shea fires it to Ajay, and I'm sitting thinking, what, you don't want to be playing with it in that area. He gives it to Kyle Bartley, and he puts in Krovinovic with a great ball. Don't let it bounce. If he actually can take that on the full, you've already nullified the threat of the full back in front of you, and you're going in on Lumley's goal there.
Kakai gets it away, but it's picked up by Livermore. Through onto Robinson, no offside flag. Callum Robinson, oh, he's put it wide. 1-on-1 with the keeper, 12 yards out, just in line with his right hand into the 6-yard box. That was the chance to finish this game off and secure West Brom's place in the Premier League.
It's a fantastic run, wasn't it? He's actually slowing down, thinking he's offside. He actually looks at the linesman himself. That's how amazing his run was, timed perfectly. Take it in. He's seen his spot, execute it. 9 times out of 10 he'd hit it right on the spot, but if you're passing, that's what you do, is just pass it in. You've got to hit the target there. Lumley should be taken out of the equation.
As a striker, you slightly astonished he missed that?
I've just hit the target. If Lumley saves it, then fair play, but he's missed the target altogether there, 1-on-1.
On this near side, Kakai for Queen's Park Rangers, midway inside his own half, only as far as O'Shea, and Rangers cannot get out of their own territory at the start of this second period. That's lovely from Dean Garner, great one from Robinson down the left hand side, inside the penalty area, on his right foot, tries the shot through the keeper's legs, it's spilled by Lumley, and he puts it out behind for what will be a corner away to our left hand side. He went through the legs that time of Barbet, and the keeper maybe didn't see it, and then palms it and squirms it behind.
Yeah, well, Joe Lumley's got to do better for me. He's great play from Callum Robinson. He's faced up with Barbarian, and you know what? It's good. He's took it on the right, and he's hit the shot through legs. Doesn't matter if Lumley sees it late there. He's got a hand to it. That should be enough. That's pure goalkeeping, but much better from West Brom. Like you say, QPR just can't get out.
Wasn't absolutely fabulous from Lumley, that, was it? That's wasted on you, isn't it? Fair enough. It's going to be a corner on the far side. Pereira, left-footed, swings that one to the edge of the 6-yard box. It's a cultural reference to that comedy programme, but don't you worry. Sawyer's out wide to this left-hand side. He finds Robinson again. Here's Diangana, who's full of tricks tonight for West Bromwich Albion at the byline. Goes for the early ball in. Not the best this time. He just opened his foot out a little bit to try and, I think, bend it through or just got to steer it across, but it just wasn't the best.
Yeah, but he's got Callum Robinson there, he's got Kravinovic there. That's when you keep the possession of the ball. Just come out again. Make QPR work really hard for it. Don't just... And you know what? To be fair, he's been excellent. He's been in that final third, attacking third. He's making things happen. But just keep doing the right thing. The right decision. That was the wrong option for me.
First change of the game then, with 56.5 minutes gone here on TalkSport. West Bromwich Albion 2, Queen's Park Rangers 1. Marco Ramkild is coming on to replace Jeff Cameron in the heart of that midfield. First movement from Mark Warburton away to our right hand side. Last visit to the Hawthorns was back in 2018 for Queen's Park Rangers. They're doing better tonight than they did that day. It was a 7-1 defeat, their worst defeat since the mid-80s. And they lost to Sheffield Wednesday, so much improved tonight. 50th game in charge as well tonight for Mark Warburton, as it is for Slaven Bilic as well. And on halfway, an opportunity here for Chair, but he's just muscled out of it all the way by Livermore. The ball breaks though to Kakai. Kakai will get it forward down this near side to Eze, back to Kakai again, who tries a bit of skill to get away from Diangana, but Diangana's on his tail and Kakai is forced back towards his own goalkeeper. That pathway's cut off by Robinson. That's brilliant pressing from Grady Diangana, who concedes the throw right by the corner flag.
No, Kakai I'll be very impressed with, uses the ball well. He had nowhere to go there, so Diangana forces him back and just doesn't throw himself in. That's fantastic play from Diangana. QPR have a throw-in right deep in the defensive third near the corner flag.
They weren't doing that in the first half, West
No,
Brom,
they weren't. But that all comes from instruction from behind, Adam. You know, if information's coming, then you can go. What I seen was Livermore going beyond Pereira, going beyond the likes of obviously Diangana and things in that position. That's when you talk, you communicate, make sure that they're pressing and you're behind doing the covering.
Diangana finds Sawyer's lovely play. Kravinovic off the angle of the box down the left-hand side. Chance for Pereira to shoot, gets it onto his left foot. Favoured left foot, gets the shot away, but it was across the goalkeeper, Lumley, and behind him away to the left-hand side for what will be a goal kick for Queen's Park Rangers. 13.5 minutes gone in the second half here on TalkSport. It's West Brom 2, Queen's Park Rangers 1. There's a goal at St Andrews. Tom Ross.
Birmingham 1, Derby 1. Ivan Sunjic, the goal scorer, smashed a shot from at least 25 yards, but the mistake from Wayne Rooney was what had set it up for him. Wayne Rooney tried to clear the ball, totally mishit it, fell to Sunjic, back of the net. Birmingham 1, Derby 1.
A penalty at Kenilworth Road for the game between Luton and Blackburn. Ian Abrahams.
This surely will ensure Luton's safety if they score it. They've got a penalty after Harry Cornick was brought down. James Collins has the ball on the penalty spot. He's on the edge of the penalty area. 2-1 to Luton. 59 minutes on the clock. They come from behind to lead 2-1. And if Collins strokes this home, surely Luton will be a championship team next season. Steps up, right-footed, right down the middle, top of the net, into the roof. Luton 3, Blackburn 1. Luton are staying up.
Pereira trying to turn at the edge of the box here for West Bromwich Albion. Luton well and truly out of that bottom three right now, particularly with Wigan drawing against Fulham with that 12-point deduction to come into play. Big performances from Luton in recent weeks. Haven't lost, I think, since Reading. What was it, back in February? They lost 5-0, but terrific run of form, and Nathan Jones back in charge, of course.
Yeah, he's kind of done well. They were on a kind of run when he's took over, but you know what, he knows the players, they know him, he knows how to get the best out of them. I've just got to say there, you seen Diangana was absolutely, he's so disappointed that he never received it back from Pereira. Pereira's tried a little kind of tricky turn, a little swivel inside the box there, where he can just roll it into the path of Diangana, and he's definitely going to get a shot away in Lumley, and that's what I'm talking about, the moments. Look at this now.
Oh, Eze breaking through down the right hand side. Eze with a shot, Eze with a goal against the run of play. Queen's Park Rangers level things up, and it's Eze, a terrific floated ball over the top. easily picked up by him, and what a finish from the edge of the box. Johnson doesn't even move for it. It's in the top corner, and Queen's Park Rangers are level. There are twists and turns to come in this with half an hour to go. West Bromwich Albion 2, Queen's Park Rangers 2.
Well, what a finish that is. Eze, first touch again, just opens the full pitch out for him, and he gets away from his man there. Darashi has no chance of catching him, and I'm sitting thinking he can take it in, but he's actually just kind of felt it into the top right hand or top left hand corner, Sam Johnson's top right hand. But fantastic finish with pace. Sam Johnson has no chance, and that's what I'm talking about. When you're on top and you're creating chances, you've got to be clinical. That's when you've got to score. And you've seen Dean Ganna's body language after they conceded that goal there. His hands are up, and you can see him having a pop at Pereira there. It's important. You've got to make those right decisions at the right times.
Not making it easy for themselves. West Bromwich Albion, a goal at the City Ground. Forest against Stoke. Jeff Peters.
Forest are level, one apiece with Stoke. Tobias Figueiredo is the man who scored it, his third of the season. Joe Lolly with the corner from the right, and Figueiredo bundling in from close range. Forest breathing a sigh of relief here in the chase for the playoffs. Forest 1, Stoke 1.
Well, it doesn't change anything. West Bromwich Albion will still be going to the Premier League as things stand at 2-2. But that breathing space they had. Brentford, of course, still trailing by a goal to nil against Barnsley. Fulham are level with Wigan, one apiece right now. But there's still plenty of drama to come right here on TalkSport as we follow through this final night of Championship action. It is one of the best divisions in the world. I think there's no doubt about it. And the drama tonight absolutely proving that again. That is unless, of course, you're a West Brom fan right now and you're probably not thinking this is great at all.
No, you're not. You know, and that's the important thing. As it stands, yeah, they're going up, but the way that they're playing just now, I'm looking at Callum Robinson having a little feel of his right hamstring here. You know, it takes big players, brave players to go out there and make things happen.
Callum Robinson finishes that chance. It's 3-2, isn't it? That's the difference, isn't it? Opportunities have come their way. Eze is bundled over on that far side. It's going to be a free kick for Queen's Park Rangers. A couple of yards from the byline, about 7 or 8 yards from the corner flag. In the meantime, we'll get a goal from the Majeski Stadium. James Savundra.
We've reached a drinks break here. It's Reading 1, Swansea 2, and Swansea's playoff dream is still alive just about as they lead at 10-man Reading. Wayne Routledge, he's been at the club since 2011, and he's just lobbed the ball over Raphael to give Swansea the lead. It's Reading 1, Swansea 2.
Reading 1, Swansea 2 then at the Majeski. Thanks to James. We'll head to Anfield shortly, but we've got a free kick here for Queen's Park Rangers. The nerves and the jitteriness is back around the Hawthorns. It's Eze who's over this. He's level with a penalty spot on this near side. He gives it short to Asai Samuel, who's got the ball at feet. He's got two closing him down. He goes back to Eze again on this near touchline. He's got such terrific feet. He goes back to Kakai, who's midway inside the West Bromwich Albion half. Then it's picked up once more by Amos. Amos pushes it to the far side, where it's driven forward on this left-hand touchline by Manning. Gets it in once more to Asai Samuel, who's got the ball at feet, wide on that left-hand side. Opportunity to pull this ball back across the penalty area, and it goes straight out of play for what will be a corner on that far side for Queen's Park Rangers. Quickly to Anfield for a goal between Liverpool and Chelsea. Graham Beecroft.
Liverpool 2, Chelsea 0, and it was after a wonderful run by Mane. He was brought down by Kovacic. Trent Alexander-Arnold took the free kick from 25 yards out and beat Kepa with a wonderful effort into the corner of the goal. Liverpool 2, Chelsea 0.
Liverpool will be lifting the Starling Trophy later. You'll catch that on the sports bar after 10 o'clock tonight. In the meantime, it's a corner on the far side for Queen's Park Rangers. Eze's at it short on that far touchline. Trying to get the ball back is Callum Robinson. Eze has it once more towards the byline. Gets the ball back inside the penalty area, where it's picked up by Asai Samuel, who's worked to the byline. Just shoves his man over, now with a chance to deliver a ball into the box. It's cleared out to the edge of the penalty area, but Pereira will pick it up loose for West Brom. And now he'll shift it out to this left-hand side for Sawyers. Real chance for West Bromwich Albion on the break here. He's got Kravinovic alongside him. Robinson's in there. He's got Pereira arriving too. Sawyers gives it away, though, at the edge of the penalty area, and Queen's Park Rangers will try to get clear. Oh, Sawyers has got it back, though. Really good work from Romain Sawyers. Diangana, centre of the box, to the right. Pereira, chance to cut on his left foot, tries the shot. It's blocked and goes behind for a corner to West Brom on this left-hand side. Well, the drama, Chris Evelyn.
Well, Sawyers, you know, he's done that time and time again. He's gave the ball away but reacted well, got it back, finds Dean Gannon in the middle, and I think he can take the shot on but does the right thing, goes out to Pereira, who just opens a full goal up with his first touch, and it's a great little block there from Manning, I think it is, that gets in the slide in, but much better play there. Great break with pace and quality there.
25 minutes to go. Corner with Pereira down this left-hand side. Swings that to the edge of the 6-yard box. Really decent header away from Masterson. And it's out as far as Livermore. Livermore just into Kravinovic, who's forced backwards and down this left-hand side, where once more the ball finds Sawyers. Sawyers will go to Pereira on the near touchline. He's got support from Kravinovic. Wants the free kick, but it's not given after that challenge from Ramkield, and now the break is on for Queen's Park Rangers on that far side. Asai Samuel on his left foot to the right inside the penalty area. Asai Samuel with a shot. It's blocked by Livermore at the edge of the 6-yard area. He's absolutely everywhere at the minute. Ramkield has it still on that far side. Gives it to Asai Samuel again as Queen's Park Rangers try to work the ball inside that penalty area. We'll head to Elland Road shortly, but in the meantime, here they come once more. 25 yards out from goal. Queen's Park Rangers with possession. It comes off Chair. And he's back towards halfway, ball just helping it on its way, and it's controlled inside the centre circle by Masterson again, who just looks up and goes for the cross-field ball, and it's a decent one as well to Asai Samuel, but it's headed away on this occasion by Furlong and by Diagana and cleared from the edge of the penalty area by Ajayi. Let's get to Elland Road. A goal. Leeds against Charlton. Mark Wilson.
68 gone here. Leeds 4, Charlton 0. Two substitutes, Poveda and Shackleton, linked up after Pascal strikes. 60-yard pass from Poveda. He pulled the ball back, and there was Shackleton. Got his first goal at the weekend. He's now got 2 in 2. Leeds 4, Charlton 0.
A good night for Leeds as well. Another trophy lift coming soon. They are on their way to the Premier League after that 16-year absence. And at this moment, as things stand right here on TalkSport, it will be West Bromwich Albion who join them. But it's by the barest of margins at the moment, 2-2 here against Queen's Park Rangers at the Hawthorns. Chris Ewellamy.
At the minute, they're not really controlling the match. QPR are showing better quality, better composure. West Brom are a little bit disjointed, chasing things. When they get possession of it, they're not really getting out because they've only got Callum Robinson up there who's very isolated at the minute. They just need their big players to go on. And like you say, the likes of Pereira, Diangana, can they get on the ball and make things happen, drive with it themselves?
Drinks break here at the Hawthorns with the score 2-2. Let's head over to Griffin Park, Brentford against Barnsley. Let's join our commentary team there of the game that's on TalkSport 2, Ian Danta and David Connolly.
To keep them in the division with the 12-point deduction they're getting, that means Barnsley would survive, and West Brom are 2-2 at the Hawthorns. And listeners from TalkSport, join us here at Griffin Park with a drinks break in progress here too, and Barnsley are a goal up and surviving as things stand because of Wigan's incoming points deduction, and they deserve to be in front, David Connolly.
Yeah, they do. They've been absolutely brilliant. They really have scored a great goal. Poor defending, you've got to say, from Brentford, who this season have been superb at the back, but it's been a very nervy performance. Started with the goalkeeper and obviously has gone through at the back. Haven't played their usual game. Too many misplaced passes, too many giveaways, cheap turnovers. It's been a really poor Brentford performance, got to say.
3-1 to Millwall. Yuri Skalak gets a third for the Lions at the Den in that game. And we're about to restart here with the TalkSport 2 commentary with a quarter of the game to go. If it stays like this, Brentford will have to make do with the playoffs, and Barnsley, incredibly, if no goals go in elsewhere, will survive with 2 wins from their last 2 games and stay in the Championship. But at the moment, it's Brentford 0, Barnsley 1.
That game continues then over on our sister station TalkSport 2 via the app or via digital radio. Back here at the Hawthorns with myself, Adam Bridge, and Chris Ewellamy. We have got 22 minutes of high drama to go. We'll take you around all the other games in the Championship with the goals as they go in too. And talking of goals, there's another one at Anfield between Liverpool and Chelsea. Graham Beecroft.
Yes, Liverpool just beginning to show their Championship form. They've got a third, a corner on the left-hand side taken by Robertson, appeals for handball, but Liverpool played on, and Gini Wijnaldum volleyed home into the roof of the net. So Liverpool in full stride at the moment. Liverpool 3, Chelsea 0.
West Brom not in full stride since conceding that equalising goal. 2-2 at this moment in time as Diangana tries to win a loose ball. It comes to Bartley, actually, 10 yards inside his own half, heads the ball into touch on this near side. Plenty of action with the West Bromwich Albion substitutes. Charlie Austin being one of those who's stripped and ready to go. Chris Brunt as well. There's a tail there for Chris Brunt in what could be his final appearance for the club after 13 years of service. The club captain, as forward on that far side goes Manning up towards halfway. for Queen's Park Rangers, who, since they've equalised, have looked the more likely of the two sides. And it's this man, Asai Samuel, who's going forward again down that left-hand side, gets towards the byline, under pressure, but just runs the ball into touch and out of play. What will be a goal kick to Sam Johnston away to our right-hand side. It's a double change coming then for West Bromwich Albion. Charlie Austin and Chris Brunt, the players coming on, Chris.
Again, you know what you're going to get. Chris Brunt will come on. He's a good technical footballer. Not as mobile now, but you know what? He's intelligent in the brain, and his quality from his left foot can pick anyone out. Is it Darren Shea that's coming off for Brunt? Who's coming off here? And Charlie Austin, know what you're going to get. And I say, a fox in the box, he's alive to it. If you create any chances in there, you give him the service, he will put the ball in the back of the net. To be fair, that's a big one for me.
Romain Sawyers is off, and he's replaced by Chris Brunt. And Grady Diangana is off, and he's being replaced by Charlie Austin, former QPR man, of course, leading goal scorer for the club this season. 11, 10 in the Championship for Charlie Austin. The Queen's Park Rangers, 6 of those have come from the West Brom, should I say. 6 of those have come off the bench, and he'll be looking to try and deliver for Slaven Bilic again. So Robinson coming out wide to this left-hand side. Austin immediately in the action. Robinson wants it. The pass from Austin. He's just come on the field. He's put too much on that, and it's out of play for what will be a goal kick.
You know, good link-up play from Robinson and Austin there. Again, just a little bit too much on. I'm very surprised with those substitutions. I think Diangana, for me, you know, I think he's alive to it, isn't he? He's been making things happen when he gets on the ball. You know, I'm not sure if he's feeling something or tiring, but I think he's been absolutely excellent today. So I'm very surprised at that. I can understand Sawyers coming off and Brunt going on. We just need it to tidy up a little bit.
Austin again away down the right-hand side, inside the penalty area. Tees that one up for Kravinovic. Great save by Lumley. Low down to his left-hand side from about 12 yards out. Kravinovic has drilled that, and Lumley with his left hand has made a terrific stop after good work from Charlie Austin.
It's great play from Charlie Austin, just to be in that position and then to pick him out. And you know what? Kravinovic has done everything right, hasn't he? He's hit it well. He's made Lumley, forced Lumley into the save. But to be fair, it should be in the back of the net. Fantastic save from Joe Lumley there.
As things stand then, with a score 2-2 here, West Bromwich Albion will be going up to the Premier League. But there's a goal at Griffin Park. Here's how it sounded on TalkSport 2.
Benrahma, lovely turn to get away from Mowat, still inside his own half. Dashes towards the halfway line, rides a little challenge from Simoa, still going Benrahma. What a run, fully 60 yards, squares into the area. Fosu with a drive is blocked, comes out to Josh Da Silva. Da Silva trying to make room. Oh, what a goal! Josh Da Silva equalises for Brentford, and the Bees have hope. It's all square. One more goal, and they're up automatically. We've got 18 minutes to go, and Brentford equalise.
Yeah. Everybody knows that I'm breaking down. Everybody knows I ain't faking now. Everybody knows my heart's vacant now. Yeah, she hates me now. I made mistakes, but now I don't ever wanna be alone. I don't really ever feel at home. On my own, in the zone. That's the only way I know. Feeling low, about to blow back up. Here I won't ever let the doubt creep in. Gotta pop a couple more aspirin. I don't think I'll ever let you in. Easier to break it off best friends. I don't really understand myself. I don't really understand, need help. I don't wanna be left on the shelf. Couldn't even hear me if I yelled. It's so cold outside. I'm alone, I'm alright. It's so cold outside. I'm alone, I'm alright. It's so cold. break down. Always feel like I could break now, but I never let it take me to that place now. I won't ever let my thoughts get away now. I got better things to do, picking fate now. I just wanna be the best, call me great now. I don't know if I'm okay or insane now. I remember better days on the playground, hoping I can find my way even when I'm feeling down. I fight, even when I don't know what is right. I'ma pick a side and I'ma take pride. I will decide my fate and I will never let them tell me who I am. If you try to shake me, I'll be damned. Planet on the ground is where I stand. Never give up, that was always the plan. It's so cold outside, I'm alone, I'm alright. It's so cold outside, I'm alone, I'm alright. It's so cold. Yeah, she's got some nice long hair, and you know that she's a bad chick. All the boys stare, can't help it, it's a habit. Clothes that she wears, short skirt and a jacket. I just wanna get her all alone on a mattress. I just wanna have it, I just gotta have it. Rumors all around say her body is fantastic. All natural, not a piece of fur is plastic. Head to her toes, yeah, they say that she's a latch. Yeah, the whispers all around say she has a reputation. Don't believe it till I see it, so I want a demonstration. And I've always learned it better with a hands-on education. So I need a private session if you get what I am saying. And they say that she's not easy, no, she's really complicated. But that only makes it better, and it's got me so fixated. And I'm not the type to wait around, I've never hesitated. But she's got me captivated, so the game, I'm gonna play it, yeah. She got a body like a coke thing. She likes to keep the party going. These rumors got me feeling lonely. I want that body, baby, show me. She's got a body like a coke thing. She likes to keep the party going. These rumors got me feeling lonely. I want that body, baby, show me. I heard you look good when you're undressed. I heard you like to get away. I heard you like to stay out late. I heard you had a couple boyfriends. I heard they didn't treat you right. I heard you're hated by your girlfriends, 'cause all the guys want you tonight. Yeah, they say she's too hot, they say she's too cold. Where she came from, nobody really knows. They say she looks young, but say she acts old. From everything I've heard, she gets out of control. And all the boys say she was sent from the heavens, but I'm not too sure that this girl is a blessing. She's got the devil's eyes and they'll cut you like a weapon. She's stuck in my mind like a bad obsession. Got bad intentions. She got a body like a coke thing. She likes to keep the party going. These rumors got me feeling lonely. I want that body, baby, show me. She's got a body like a coke thing. She likes to keep the party going. These rumors got me feeling lonely. I want that body, baby, show me. gotta play now, ready for the show. I'm about to take down, you already know. Get the fuck out of my face now, yeah, you gotta go. Man, I'm on the chase now, leave me on my own. I got a chance to break now, here I fucking go. Take control of fate now, I control my flow. And I know that I'll be great, how putting on a show. I know that I'ma stay loud, drowning out the noise. The haters always thinking that they could fucking break me. They're better off eating their own words like pastries. Hate me, and you better find some fucking safety. I'm coming in hot like a bad bitch in pasties. They can't save me, no I ain't lazy, no. But society has me going so crazy, yo. Don't blame me, no my mind's hazy, yo. And I'm sick of me feeling this way lately. Live my life till it's over, and I will not forgive those who hold me down. And I will never give up, I'm moving forward. And I will never miss my chance, take it now. And I will always live my life till it's over. And I will never give those who hold me down. And I will never give up, I'm moving forward. And I will never miss my chance, take it now. You got one life, so live it right. Keep your friends tight and your family in sight. Never cease to fight for the things you think are right. Cause you just might find you control your own mind, eh? You'll be fine, eh? Just take your time, eh? Enjoy the climb, eh? Enjoy the grind, eh? You never really know what's on the other side till you give that shit a try. Know the limit is the sky, eh? Make them take it back, what they said about you. Every time they doubt you, make that shit about you. Forget about the clout, yo. Fuck the word of mouth, yo. Keep your head down, yo. Work until you're found, yo. Fight until you make it, yo. Don't think it, no, just take it. Don't wait for someone to break it. Take control and don't just take it, eh? You can make it happen, you just gotta take some action. Take the ship and be the captain. Head on out and don't look back, yeah. I will always live my life till it's over. And I will not forgive those who hold me down. And I will never give up, I'm moving forward. And I will never miss my chance, take it now. And I will always live my life till it's over. And I will never give those who hold me down. And I will never give up, I'm moving forward. And I will never miss my chance, take it now.
Yeah, I spit raps like a heart attack, fast fatal heart impact, past painful scars. In fact, I blast tasteful bars and packs. I back up my actions, fact don't ask, grab reactions, jacked attack with every word, then act with class as they hear me snap. I got nothing to lose, cause I fought and felt the bruise. Now I'm not the one confused, call the shots and they produce. I ain't lost, I'm finally loose, pick a new silver excuse. I need the views to boost me through a new abuse of being used. Everybody wants a piece now, y'all can rest in peace now. You're dead to me, so peace out. Remember, you're just freaked out. Get ready for defeat now, I'm gonna make you bleed out. Listen on repeat now and weed out all the weak now. Get up and make a change, don't remember yesterday. If you got something to say, speak your mind before your grave. Cause your life is yours to save, ain't nobody gonna change. Everybody stays the same, so be different, make a name, huh?
I keep on moving forward, always getting closer. March until it's over, and just like a soldier, I keep on moving forward, always getting closer. I march until it's over, and just like a soldier, I keep on moving forward, always getting closer. I march until it's over, and just like a soldier, I keep on moving forward, always getting closer.
ridiculous. I'm spitting this meticulous and limitless, while others out there spitting shit got hits up on the charts and sit. I see why other artists quit, cause people don't reward good shit. They love to hate but hate to live. Society, you swing and miss. And honestly, I get it. Promise me you won't regret it. Wasting energy, forget it. Don't look back, go on and get it. Bite the bullet just a bit. Bite your tongue and don't say shit. Make your actions hard to miss. Be a legend, not a myth. Yeah. It's obnoxious that I'm conscious. Rapping honest as promise. Try to harness. As an artist, stay modest. It's a long quest. I will not quit till 10,000 people going off. When I drop this, I gotta make it now. Swear to God, I'm breaking out. Swear to God, I'll take a bow. Stand the stage with the crowd, cause I got it figured out. I'm just honest and I'm loud. Saying modest, but I'm proud. No, I never had a doubt.
Just like a soldier, I keep on moving forward. Always getting closer. I'm marching till it's over. And just like a soldier, I keep on moving forward. Always getting closer. I'm marching till it's over. And just like a soldier, I keep on moving forward. Always getting closer. I'm marching till it's over. And just like a soldier, I keep on moving forward. Always getting closer. I'm marching till it's over. And just like a soldier, I keep on moving forward. Always getting closer. I'm marching till it's over. And just like a soldier, I keep on moving forward. Always getting closer. I'm marching till it's over. Yeah, I don't believe in destiny. I just do what's best for me. Don't listen to my enemies. They're just full of jealousy. Yeah, this legacy, you gon' see what's left of me. You gon' see success in me. You ain't seen the rest of me. I just wanna be the best at what I know. Better than the rest, just watch me grow. Put me to the test and watch me go. This is my quest, I'ma make it known. They call me obsessive, oh I know. Call me selective with my notes. Call me aggressive with my flow. Call me offensive even though Joe, I ain't gonna lie, life's tough. Try to get by, life's rough. Try to do it right, it's not enough. Even though you try, you still mess.
Reading 1, Swansea 4.
Wow, a huge goal for Swansea. Then we'll get confirmation of the as it stands table and the effect that has. But goals just so crucial in those playoff places. They're crucial here as well. 2-2 on TalkSport between West Bromwich Albion and Queen's Park Rangers at the Hawthorns. 90 seconds plus added time to play. Still one apiece between Brentford and Barnsley at Griffin Park. Still one apiece between Wigan and Fulham. So as things stand, West Bromwich Albion are going to the Premier League, and it'll be Brentford and Fulham that are going into the playoffs. And that is Swansea up to 6th in the table because of that goal, and it's Nottingham Forest who will be dropping out. They've not been in great form, Forest. They really haven't in the last few weeks. No win in their last 5 games prior to tonight, and getting turned over this evening.
Yeah, that's massive. You know, they've been up there, haven't they? They've been top of the table as well at some point this season. So they've been in and around it most of the season. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
I'd have a few quid on him getting sacked right now, because they don't waste their time at Forest if they don't get promoted, do they? Away to our right hand side, Johnson's got this goal kick for West Bromwich Albion. The nerve, Slaven Bilic was on the pitch at the moment. He's pacing around crazily. Jake Livermore is off. Matty Phillips has gone on for West Bromwich Albion. There's a slight little shuffle going on here because O'Shea has moved into a central position. Now, is this a case of trying to... they have put Bartley's gone up front. They've pushed Bartley up front. O'Shea has gone into centre half alongside Ajay. They think they need and they want a goal. And talking of goals, there's a goal at St Andrews. Tom Ross.
Birmingham 1, Derby 2, and Morgan Whittaker, the substitute shot, saved by Kankay back out. I think it was Whittaker that put it in. It's Birmingham 1, Derby 2.
So Kyle Bartley has gone up front for West Bromwich Albion as they go in search of a goal here. 2-2 against Queen's Park Rangers into the final minute. There'll be plenty of time to be added on here on TalkSport. We'll bring you every second of it, plus goals as they go in elsewhere. Kravinovic out wide to that right hand side. Opportunity for Grzycki to put a ball into the box, which he does. It's cleared away at the edge of the 6-yard box by Barbet, and we have 5 minutes of added time here at the Hawthorns. 2-2. It's one apiece between Brentford and Barnsley at Griffin Park. It's one apiece between Wigan and Fulham at the DW, and you get a funny feeling that news has just got down to the West Bromwich Albions. They've pushed lots of people forward, and all of a sudden all that shouting is the substitutes and players clearing people out the box for this corner. And there's a reason for that. There's a goal at Griffin Park. Here's how it sounded on TalkSport 2.
And that's back inside the box again. Surely it's in. Barnsley have scored. Clark Odewar. Could that be the goal that keeps Barnsley in the Championship? Clark Odewar from 2 yards out rolls it home. Brentford's heart broken by Clark Odewar, who's buried under a pile of Barnsley bodies at the corner flag. I think Gerhard Struber's under there somewhere. Barnsley are going to stay up as things stand with a goal in stoppage time from Clark Odewar.
We have got 4 more minutes of added time here at the Hawthorns. West Bromwich Albion 2, Queen's Park Rangers 2. They have the breathing space. I have never seen scenes like it in a football stadium. Every substitute that's been used, everyone from the West Bromwich Albion bench was calling players back as the corner was about to be taken, because news had filtered of that goal at Griffin Park, putting Barnsley in front and giving West Brom the breathing space that they required. Here they are on the far side in possession. Krasicki, all of a sudden Bartley is no longer an emergency centre forward, and he's back in his rightful place at centre half. What drama!
It's different class. It just shows you the pressure on it. Every single body, just shouting on there, trying to get the information to the players. But like you say, just be controlled, see it out, do not concede.
Wow, 47 minutes on the clock in this second half, 3 more to go. There's a goal at Hillsborough for Alan Biggs.
Sheffield Wednesday 1, Middlesbrough 2. Borough are safe under Neil Warnock. Britta Sombolonga on the turn with a shot for the second goal tonight, puts them ahead. They're safe. Sheffield Wednesday 1, Middlesbrough 2.
Anyone who says that players do not care, every single West Bromwich Albion player is wandering up and down the empty stands down beneath us. Darnell Furlong is away to our left-hand side. He's almost at the Brummie Road end, for those of you who know the Hawthorns very well. We are, 2.5 minutes into 5 minutes added on here at the Hawthorns, on TalkSport. All the drama of the final night of the Championship on your home of the EFL. Here's Robinson down this left-hand side, going towards the byline. Remember, as things stand, a draw is good enough for West Bromwich Albion. He's holding the ball by the corner flag. The challenge comes in from Kane, and the referee has given it as a goal kick. And I don't understand, because Kane is definitely the last player to touch that ball.
No, the referee's got it wrong. Great play from Robinson. Just thinking down the clock, and then he's taken it into the corner there. Invites a challenge from Kane. It's a definite corner. I don't understand why the referees gave it, but the reaction from the bench as well, the West Brom bench at the decision.
QPR making another change here. 3 minutes of the 5 added have been played at the Hawthorns on TalkSport. It's 2-2. Elsewhere, it's Brentford 1, Barnsley 2. It means Barnsley are staying up, and it means Brentford are going into the playoffs. It's Wigan 1, Fulham 1. So the relegated teams tonight will be Hull, Charlton and Wigan, because of that draw at the DW in the game against Fulham. Another substitution here for Queen's Park Rangers. They've brought on Joe Gubbins, who's entered the fray on the far side. We can confirm Hull have been relegated from the Championship into League One. Just over a minute or so to play here for West Bromwich Albion. Headed down comfortably that time by Bartley. It's out to O'Shea on the far side, who's just going to let it run, because he'll have a throw level with the West Bromwich Albion penalty area.
Just professional as you can. Let the clock count down, and like you say, just slow everything down. It's to be expected. They've just got to keep possession of the ball. Referees making them, actually forcing them to take it a little bit quicker.
A minute left to play here at the Hawthorns. Are West Bromwich Albion about to head back to the Premier League? It does all depend on those dying seconds at Griffin Park, where it's Brentford 1, Barnsley 2, but at this stage Brentford need 2 goals and West Brom need to deny Queen's Park Rangers scoring here. 30 seconds or so remaining. Queen's Park Rangers have it deep inside their own half. Long ball punted forward, headed down from the edge of his own penalty area by Ajayi. On that far side, it's picked up and brought forward by Gubbins for Queen's Park Rangers, and it's deep inside their own half. There's a goal at the City Ground. Jeff Peters.
It's Forest 1, Stoke 4. It's an own goal right at the end, and that ends Forest's playoff hopes. Forest 1, Stoke 4.
and the full-time whistle goes at the Hawthorns. It's finished 2-2 here. We await news of the final whistle at Griffin Park, but as things stand, West Bromwich Albion are Premier League bound, a record 5th promotion to the top flight. Slaven Bilic and his baggy boys could be boing in their way back to football's top table as we await final confirmation of the final score at Griffin Park. Let's take you to the closing stages at Griffin Park with Ian Danter and David Connolly.
West Brom are going up automatically because Brentford have blown the chance to seal it here at Griffin Park, because Barnsley are within seconds, as TalkSport listeners join us, of staying in the division, with Wigan about to have 12 points taken off them. Barnsley, with their late goal from Clark Oduor, his first senior goal, has got Barnsley within an ace of pulling off the most extraordinary Houdini act of escapology. Long throw from Brentford as they try to equalise. Headed up in the air. Jack Walton punches clear for Barnsley. Ben Rama chest it down for Josh Da Silva. Back into the box he goes, over the head of Dalsgaard. Gerhard Struber applauds. He holds his hands out to the fourth official. How much longer, referee, he says. Wigan are relegated. They've drawn against Fulham. It's 1-1. We're playing out time here at Griffin Park as Barnsley are edging second by second ever closer to the most extraordinary escape act. They were 1-0 up and then pegged back to 1-1 by Josh Da Silva's equaliser. But as we headed towards stoppage time, Clark Oduor at the far post put the ball into an empty net. Barnsley lead 2-1. And there goes the full-time whistle. Barnsley have survived and Brentford have blown the chance for automatic promotion. Can you believe it? The Tykes have won their last 2 games in a row to stay in the Championship and condemn Wigan to the drop with a 12-point deduction. Brentford have got to go again in the playoffs, but Barnsley have extraordinarily survived with a 2-1 win in West London that you could scarcely have believed possible on a dramatic night in the Sky Bet Championship. Gerhard Struber and his staff are ecstatic, whereas it's hands on heads and players sat in their Brentford kit wondering what might have been. Automatic promotion was in their hands, with West Brom only drawing, but they blew it. Barnsley didn't blow it. They've survived. They've sent Wigan down, and Barnsley will play another season at Championship level. What a finish at Griffin Park. Brentford have to come back here and play a playoff semi-final in the next few days, but Barnsley can plan for another season in the second tier. Full time at Griffin Park. It's finished. Brentford 1, Barnsley 2.
And the screens here at the Hawthorns say it all for you. We are Premier League. The players were waiting with bated breath. They were all anxiously gathered together on the pitch down beneath us here at the Hawthorns until the score came in. And I think it was probably us that told them what the final score was at Griffin Park. And at that point, delirium kicked in. They're all in huddles in front. They're all exchanging shirts. There's a group of them that are down on their knees together, just celebrating the victory. Slaven Bilic is in amongst them as well. There is no crowd in here, but right now you don't need it. It's a special moment. It's unique as Grady Diangana starts his dancing away on that far side, pumping his arms in the air. West Bromwich Albion have done it. They're Premier League bound. It's the 5th time they've been promoted to the Premier League, and Slaven and his baggy boys will be boing in their way to football's top table once more, despite only drawing on the night 2 each here against Queen's Park Rangers. What a night, what drama. I'm going for a lie down here.
Wow. There's only one way to put it. What an end to the Championship season. Just to confirm who is going down into League One. Hull are relegated. Wigan, with their 12-point deduction, could only manage a draw. Well, I say only manage a draw against Fulham, who were promoted, who are pushing for promotion. But it is Wigan, if that 12-point deduction stands, who will be going down to League One, and joining them will be Charlton, because of that extraordinary result that saw Barnsley beat Brentford and ensure that they stay in the division. A remarkable end to the season. Chris Uwalumo, you're watching West Brom's players. They've been promoted back to the Premier League after 2 seasons. They knew they had to win to guarantee it. They could only manage a draw, but Brentford fell apart at the final hurdle. How are those West Brom players in front of you soaking things up?
Yeah, they're enjoying it. I think, you know what, through the season, the campaign, thoroughly deserved. They go over the line, and that's what it's all about. But you can see what it means to the players, the staff. There's people here under me, just in the ground. It's massive result. Got over the line. Brentford fell short, didn't they? So they've just got to get themselves going again for the playoffs. But good times here.
We will round up all of the games, head back to our reporters at all of those games in the Championship, just to remind you of exactly what has happened. Leeds, we know, as of course, they're the champions already. That was done and dusted. 10 points behind them in the end. West Brom automatically promoted to the Premier League. The teams in the playoff, Brentford will take on Swansea, who left it very late indeed to knock Nottingham Forest out of the top 6. Fulham will take on Cardiff in the playoffs. The bottom 3, Charlton, Wigan and Hull, all going down to League One. Let's go over to our game in the Premier League. Massive one in terms of Chelsea's hopes of reaching the top 4. They're taking on the champions Liverpool. Let's get the latest from Anfield with Graham Beecroft.
It's Liverpool 4, Chelsea 1. So right at this moment, Chelsea have to play against Wolverhampton Wanderers on Sunday to try to make sure they get a Champions League place next season. It came from Roberto Firmino. Great cross by Trent Alexander-Arnold. He simply had to nod it past the goalkeeper, and he did exactly that. His 12th goal of the season, but believe it or not, his first at Anfield in the last game of the season. So it's Liverpool 4, Chelsea 1.
Let's head over to the DW Stadium. Steve Hothershaw, full-time.
Wigan 1, Fulham 1. Wigan are relegated barring a successful appeal against their 12-point deduction. At one point, Wigan was safe 30 minutes into this fixture. Keeper Moore headed home from yards out, and the Wigan players truly believed. But against the quality of a team like Fulham, their fate was always going to rest on the finest of margins. Fulham's intensity increased in the second half, and 3 minutes in, they won a free kick on the Wigan 18-yard line. Step up Neeskens Kibano, who'd netted from a similar position just days ago against Sheffield Wednesday. This time he placed it in the top left corner, a magical strike. The result perhaps no surprise given the impeccable form both possessed coming into this. For Fulham, it's the playoffs with Cardiff first up to see if they can return at the first time of asking to the Premier League. Wigan, of course, are relegated with that deduction in place. Only the matters off the field in the shape of the appeal can now save them from the drop. Full time here at the DW. Wigan 1, Fulham 1.
And Nottingham Forest miss out on the top 6 by goal difference alone. Full time at the City Ground. Jeff Peters.
Well, they really can't believe it here. Forest 1, Stoke 4. Forest have somehow, incredibly, thrown away a playoff place that was in their hands. Danny Bart headed Stoke into a 19th-minute lead. Forest levelled on the hour. Lolly's corner bundled home by Tobias Figueiredo. Stoke then scored twice in quick succession. Close-range finishes by James McLean and Lee Gregory. Then there was a stoppage time to Costa own goal. There had to be defeat for Forest and win for Swansea and a 5-goal swing, and somehow it happened. They are stunned here at the City Ground. Forest 1, Stoke 4.
Well, let's get more on that massive swing at the Medeski. James Savundra.
Reading 1, Swansea 4. The visitors started the evening with an outside chance of making the top 6, but they've crept into the playoffs in the final minutes on the final night of the Championship season. Late goals ensured they clinched the final player spot on goal difference, and there were wild celebrations at the end once they heard about the full-time whistle at Forest. Ryan Brewster scored a screamer from 30 yards out to take the lead in the first half, but then they were pegged back by a George Puskás penalty, and that's after the Royals went down to 10 men after Yaku Meite was sent off. After half-time, Wayne Routledge came on and he lobbed the ball over Raphael to make it 2-1. Swan striker Liam Cullen came off the bench to make it 3-1 with 6 minutes to go with his first goal for Swansea. And then Wayne Routledge headed home for Swansea from 6 yards out with what could have been one of his final touches for Swansea. Swansea took care of their business, and the result has gone their way at Forest. In Steve Cooper's first season in club management, he's taken the Swans into the playoffs. It's finished Reading 1, Swansea 4.
Let's get an update from Anfield. Chelsea have given themselves a lifeline. Graham Beecroft.
Yeah, they have. They've just scored on 60 minutes, and a treble substitution by the Chelsea manager has done the trick, because two of those substitutes were involved in the goal. It was Pulisic, who crossed low from the left-hand side, and Tammy Abraham, who was in the middle, to touch the ball past the Liverpool goalkeeper, Alisson Becker. So it's Liverpool 4, Chelsea 2.
Thank you very much, Graham. We're going to continue around the Championship. Head over to the Cardiff City Stadium. Lawrence Mora.
Yeah, where it finished, Cardiff 3, Hull City 0, as craziness was happening pretty much everywhere, at every ground in the Championship. It was to Neil Harris's team's credit that they put on such a professional performance to secure their playoff place. They led from 20 minutes as Junior Hoylett streaked down the left and fired home. Hull had a stonewall penalty turned down before the home team's captain, Sean Morrison, powered in a header to make it 2. Second half, the Tigers made a bit of a fight of it early on, a few chances coming and going before Cardiff took charge again. Substitute Danny Ward firing in the third to confirm Hull's relegation back to the third tier of English football. The first time they've played at that level for 15 years. Quite frankly, they've been terrible. 16 defeats in the last 20 games. Unbelievable after being just off the playoffs at Christmas. But congrats to Neil Harris and his team. 5th place secured in a semi-final against Fulham. Cardiff 3, Hull 0.
Well, unlike Hull, Luton managed to survive on the final day. It was a nail-biter at Kenilworth Road. Ian Abrahams.
It certainly was. Luton 3, Blackburn 2. And in between the Luton substitutes asking me for the scores elsewhere, I managed to see 5 goals here. Blackburn ahead inside 10 minutes. Adam Armstrong firing home from a corner. But an own goal by Hayden Carter made it 1-1 before, just 10 minutes before half-time, Sonny Bradley touched home to give Luton a 2-1 lead. It became 3-1 midway through the second half when Collins fired home from the spot after Harry Cornick had been pulled down in the box. That looked like it was game, set and match, but Sam Gallagher's goal for Blackburn Rovers late on meant it was rather nervy, and those substitutes were quite happy when they heard that Wigan had drawn, but not so that Barnsley had won. But when the final whistle went here, nobody cared about talking to me at all. Finished Luton 3, Blackburn 2.
A familiar story then, Ian. Let's move over to Hillsborough. Alan Biggs.
Yeah, a familiar story here as well. Neil Warnock does it again. Sheffield Wednesday 1, Middlesbrough 2. Borough are safe. Warnock's had 8 games as manager. He's won 4 of them, and their survival is comfortable enough after this. They came from behind, though. Jacob Murphy's deflected strike for Wednesday early on. Paddy McNair levelled that in the first half, and finally, in stoppage time, after what had been a pretty level game, Britt Assombalonga fired home on the turn. Joe Wildsmith got hands to it, but the ball went spinning in behind him. Sheffield Wednesday still at the mercy of the EFL, although if points are taken, I think logically it looks more likely to be next season now. Sheffield Wednesday 1, Middlesbrough 2.
No playoffs at St Andrews this evening for Derby County. No relegation for Birmingham either, though. Tom Ross.
Well, Birmingham 1, Derby 3, the final score. Other results keeping Birmingham in the Championship, but this defeat signals their longest run without a win since 1994. It was 1-0 on 6 minutes when Graham Shinney scored his second of the season, a low shot from 20 yards, the Rams ahead. It was 1-1, 10 minutes into the second half when we saw a rare mistake by Wayne Rooney. It gifted Birmingham the equaliser. He tried to clear the ball from inside the penalty area but totally missed it. It fell to Ivan Sunjic, who smashed it into the net. 2-1 to the Rams on 89, Morgan Whittaker from close range, and then well into stoppage time, the third from Louis Sibley, a really great strike from him, rifled into the roof of the net. A miserable night for Birmingham, but Derby, their best for a while. Birmingham 1, Derby 3.
So just to confirm once again, Hull, Charlton and Wigan at this point, the teams going down into League One. Leeds, as we know, and West Brom are promoted automatically to the Premier League. Brentford face Swansea in the playoffs. Fulham face Cardiff in the playoffs as well. We will bring those games to you on TalkSport as well. They all begin on Sunday at 6:30, Swansea versus Brentford. That is an exclusive game here on TalkSport. On Monday night at 7:45, we're at the Cardiff City Stadium for Cardiff versus Fulham. Wednesday next week, this time 7:45 kickoff. It will be Brentford versus Swansea in the second leg, exclusively here on TalkSport, as it will be on Thursday, Fulham versus Cardiff. We will have you covered, including the playoff final as well, right here on TalkSport. Let's head over to Ellen Road, a champion celebration. First, an update on the game as well from Mark Wilson.
Cheers, Hugh. Leeds United 4, Charlton Athletic 0, and this was a Premier League performance in all barring name. Ben White produced a wonderful goal. He's been ever present, the on-loan man from Brighton. He took the ball on his chest on the edge of the D and volleyed it straight into the top corner to put Leeds in front. They missed a plethora of chances shortly after, but Stuart Dallas put them 2-0 up on 28 minutes. A wonderful pass from Pablo Hernandez. After the break, Tyler Roberts on at half-time as a sub for Patrick Bamford, headed home from close-range corner. And then Jamie Shackleton, who scored his first goal for the club at the weekend, finished off a wonderful counter-attacking move on 66 to make it 4-0. There were a couple of chances for Charlton, but they couldn't take them. They were never really in this game, and they were sat on the field when they heard news of that Barnsley goal had gone in, and they trooped off dejectedly, knowing that their fate has been sealed. The atmosphere here, despite the fact the ground is empty, is really, really good. There's been fireworks going off outside the ground all throughout the second half, and all the trophies out on the field, all the press are waiting. There's a lot of movement down by the tunnel, but Leeds, worthy champions here on this display. Absolutely fantastic tonight.
Sensational. We will be back with you to hear, listen and be right by the action when Leeds lift that championship trophy. Very well deserved champions under Marcelo Bielsa. Coming up after us at 10 o'clock, it's the Sports Bar. Andy Goldstein's going to be joined by the former Leeds striker Jermaine Beckford. Andy, well, so much to dissect in the championship, Premier League as well.
Yeah, what a great night of football. I mean, who would have thought we'd be talking about this much football and this much excitement when we stopped 3 months ago? Yeah, so I've got Jermaine Beckford alongside me, so of course, absolute legend amongst Leeds fans. So we'll be taking calls for the first 90 minutes at least. Lots to talk about, as you've been doing a great job over the last 2-3 hours in the Championship. A mad night of football in the Championship. We'll be talking. I want to take calls on Man United. I don't know if you saw the game earlier on. Slight worries, quite nervous for the weekend's game against Leicester. Chelsea, of course, getting tonked at the moment, so they might miss out on Champions League football. It's just one of the most bonkers nights of football I can remember for a long, long time. And the great thing is you, the listener, can have your say simply by picking up the phone and dialing in. We've got all the normal stuff on top of that, a bit of movie chat much, much later on in the show, European football chat, and the Ralph Ellis back pages tomorrow's tonight. It's me and Jermaine Beckford from 10 p.m. And the Liverpool lift, they're lifting the trophy.
They are.
I mean, I'd be devastated if I wasn't in the studio to cover that. So fingers crossed.
I envy you, really.
Fingers crossed I'll be... What's that? You want to overrun for an hour? That's absolutely fine. No problem at all.
The trophy lift from Anfield coming up at around 10:30 p.m. at the conclusion of Liverpool against Chelsea. But remember, if you're reacting to your team going up tonight, possibly going down tonight, and you want to share your views with Andy Goldstein and Jermaine Beckford, of course, as always, we will be listening. The number to call, 08717 223344. Let's quickly head over to Elland Road, have a chat with Mark Wilson ahead of Leeds lifting their championship title this evening. Look, it's been a long time, Mark, hasn't it, for Leeds? They've been waiting 16 years to get back into the top flight. There have been times down in League One as well, a size of club Leeds being in League One. It seems unthinkable, but they finally get their hands on the trophy tonight and they can really, really celebrate.
Yeah, and it's well earned, isn't it? They've been absolutely outstanding. Even last season as well, when they missed out so narrowly in the playoffs at the end, but they've been fantastic. And it just shows, I think, here at Leeds, they've had a lot of troubles off the field, especially in the last decade or so. They've got those right. They've got Andrea Radrizzani running the club now, and it seems everything off the field is going swimmingly well. And Marcelo Bielsa's come in and done a wonderful job with pretty much the same group of players that his predecessors had, but he's just got so much more out of them. And it is a fantastic achievement. And Leeds United, a famous name in football around the world, and they're going to be back in the big time.
Interestingly, it's one of those things, such a short time before they will be playing in the Premier League. And look, I'm sure Marcelo Bielsa will want to make a couple of changes, but they showed it, particularly against Arsenal in the FA Cup this year, that even with the squad they've got, they'll be formidable. This style of football that he's brought to the club, they've really settled with. And they will take some stopping next year.
Well, we've seen it with Sheffield United going up this time. They've got their own way of playing, and they're confident of doing that even at the higher level. I think Leeds will be exactly the same when they do get up. I'd be surprised if there's not a big name coming in during the short window, but I think he will go with a tried and tested, and the players are just about, I think, to come out of the tunnel here and get their rewards for a year or maybe 2 years very hard work.
Thinking of the manager, so many people looking forward to Marcelo Bielsa being in the Premier League. His personality, his character down on the touchline. Look, we love people like Klopp, we loved Jose, we loved Conte when he was here in the Premier League as well. What do you think Marcelo Bielsa, in terms of his character and personality, will bring to the top flight?
Well, it'd be going to be interesting, the press conferences, aren't they? Because he doesn't speak a lot of English in public. By the way, the trophy just been brought out now by the dignitaries here, so we are just moments away from the trophy lift. But I think everyone's wanting to see how he gets on. I mean, I don't know if you've seen any of the social media videos of him, around. He walks to the training ground. He sometimes sleeps there. He lives in a little flat in Wetherby just up the road. He really is an amazing character, and they love him here at Leeds. After the heartbreaker last season, they've produced a record-breaking campaign this time out to ensure that the playoffs were not an issue this time around. A record points haul, a record win total for them. As the players are in the tunnel now, they come out, and the dignitaries that are here, the directors that are here, the fans outside are making lots of noise as well. They're back in the Premier League for the first time since 2004. There've been administrations, points deductions, 3 years in League One, and playoff heartaches aplenty for this famous club. But the heartache this year has been off the field as club greats Hunter, Cherry and Charlton have passed away. And it's fitting that Leeds will receive the trophy in front of the soon-to-be renamed Norman Hunter stand away to our right-hand side. And you can't help but think the big man would be smiling somewhere tonight. It's a week that Marcelo Bielsa turned 65, but he's not ready to be pensioned off just yet, is he? You get the feeling there could be another special group of players emerging from Ellen Road as they go out onto the field. They're stood now behind the trophy that they've worked so hard to get their hands on. Marcelo Bielsa makes his way rather slowly out of the tunnel here. The captain, Liam Cooper, will go out as well. He has his arm round his manager. Between them, they've done a fantastic job. Remember last time Leeds won the second-tier title. Within 2 years, they were the champions of England. That might be a big ask in today's modern world of football. But rest assured, they'll be giving it absolutely everything they've got. The champagne is popped, and Liam Cooper hoists aloft the championship trophy, and Leeds United, Championship winners 2019-2020. They are back in the big time. The champagne is flowing, and the party's going to be a long one in West Yorkshire. The players all involved, the management staff as well. We'll see you in the Premier League. Leeds United are back in the big time.
Absolutely, Leeds. Look, the players, I can see them now, the trophy aloft. They could not be happier. Great season from them. More to come, I'm sure. The party atmosphere at Ellen Road. Look, the fans, I'm sure, outside the stadium. We've seen the way they've enjoyed it since they guaranteed promotion as well. I think there's a party on the cards in Leeds tonight. I know it's midweek, but I'm sure some people are going to stay up late there. Let's go over to Anfield. They've had their own party this season on Merseyside, the red half at least, but it's not going swimmingly at the moment. There's been another goal. It's gone to Chelsea. Graham Beecroft.
Well, it's an amazing game. It's Liverpool 4, Chelsea 3, and after being 4-1 up, Chelsea have come back, and it's the substitutions that Frank Lampard made which has changed things around at the moment. Fireworks going off outside the ground. I think Jurgen Klopp will want to rocket to his players inside the ground, because those substitutions have enlivened Chelsea. They're a completely different side, and the third goal came from Pulisic, Christian Pulisic, as the ball was played into the middle from Hudson-Odoi. There he was to rattle it into the roof of the net and give Alisson absolutely no chance at all. So Liverpool 4, Chelsea 3.
Graham, thank you. Well, what an evening it has been in the Championship. Just to tell you, the end of the night saw West Brom, even though they drew this evening with Queen's Park Rangers, go up by 2 points ahead of Brentford, who were beaten by Barnsley, who started the evening in the relegation zone and, of course, have come out of it thanks to their win over the side, almost 20 places above them in the table. It was an injury time goal, but it will mean so much to Barnsley. It means that Charlton are relegated. Wigan, thanks to their 12-point deduction, are going down for now. Hull up down in League One as well. It was a remarkable evening of football. Swansea guaranteed a 5-goal swing against Nottingham Forest and made it into the playoffs playoffs on goal difference. Nottingham Forest beaten 4-1, Swansea 4-1 winners as well. Let's speak to Chris Uwalumo, who was at the Hawthorns for us. He's been at both ends of this table before. Chris, firstly, let's just reflect on what was a simply sensational evening. Only 2 teams failing to score out of the whole championship table tonight.
Well, it's what the championship it's so competitive. Anyone can beat anyone on their day. And like you say, there's been a lot of changes already just to this. What a final day! It's always the same, Hugh. So competitive. But again, nothing could prepare you for some of the things that have happened.
Let's spare a moment, I think, for the fans of the clubs, the 3 clubs going down at this point in time for varying reasons. Hull City going down to League One. They lost 2 of their best players this season. They weren't replaced. The fans we know livid with that. Wigan into administration, remarkably into administration. What, a month after a new ownership deal had been brokered. They get a 12-point deduction and they are going down to League One as it stands. Charlton and all that went on with their previous owners at the start of the year and how that affected Lee Bowyer's squad, they are going down, all because Barnsley got that late goal. But it just shows you, it's not just football. The way the club is run plays a big, big part in this as well.
Yes, it does. It's been very, very difficult times, a climate that most football clubs struggled in, definitely in this lockdown period. And that's something I'm sure that Wigan is definitely, the appeals already went in, I'm sure, and that we'll look forward to hear back from that. But like you say, Charlton, one of my old clubs as well. A lot of things above the head of Lee Bowyer that's kind of put that pressure and it's filtered down. Performances, Lyle Taylor not playing as well. There's been a lot of things go against them, and they found themselves in that dogfight. But you just couldn't see it turn around. Barnsley at the restart, bottom of the league, but the manager, he came out and said, you know what, we can pull this off, and that's exactly what they've done. I think Nottingham Forest, they've been in the top 6 all season long, top of the table at points as well. They've just not started well in this restart, and like you say, it's a hard game. There's some low moments and there's some difficult times, and like you say, they can't believe it at the City Ground that they're not even in the playoffs.
Yeah, no wins in the last 5 for Nottingham Forest. Swansea scoring the goals needed and getting the wins, I guess, to get them into the playoffs by the skin of their teeth on goal difference. Let's talk about the game that you saw tonight. West Brom, they got over the line, also by the skin of their teeth, into the Premier League. And Brentford, wow, after their great run, what was it, 7 wins on the bounce after the return of football, defeats in the last 2 games. How will they be feeling? Because they'll have to pick themselves up for the playoffs, won't they?
Yes, that's going to be massive. I think Thomas Frank has a huge job there. By far, when they're free to play the football they want, they can go out there and destroy anyone. But they're falling short. Against Stoke City, it was in their hands and they couldn't go over the line. And then again here, if they won, they would have been up. But that's something that Thomas Frank, they have to forget. They have to do it the hard way. And with the playoffs, you know what, I'm doing that game on Sunday, and there's nothing that prepares you for the playoffs. You have to be up for it. It's very cup-like, that mentality that when you go into it, it's difficult. There's no matter what form that you're in, it can go any way, the playoffs. You're looking at the teams coming in. Swansea just getting in. I know that favourable 6th position usually kind of goes the way of getting to the final and promotion, but you look at the teams that are in it, it's ridiculous. Brentford, Fulham, Cardiff, Swansea. You pick a team out of there that's going to go up.
Well, I was going to ask you to be honest.
Well, you look at it. I think Cardiff, Neil Harris, the way that they've came back, they've got in there, they've stayed in there, they look fit, they've got quality players, as they all do. But Neil Harris has made sure that those individuals have went away and done that little bit extra, on their own. They've came back very fit, alive, hungry, and they've done excellently to get in there. But like even Steve Cooper, I was very impressed with the performance down at the Swansea Stadium against Leeds. They lost it to a Hernandez goal, but they were excellent on the day. So they've all got quality, and it's just who's up for it, who's got, as I say, the minerals on the day to play the way that they can and go and get that result.
It will be massive. We will have on Sunday Swansea versus Brentford in the first leg exclusively here on TalkSport. On Monday night, it is Cardiff against Fulham. Wednesday, Brentford-Swansea, the return, exclusively here on TalkSport. And then Fulham against Cardiff next Thursday, also a TalkSport exclusive. We will have you covered for the playoffs, but a reminder of how things have ended in the Championship season. Leeds and West Brom go up. The three clubs going down. Charlton, Wigan and Hull into League One. Before we go, let's head over to Anfield. Big game in the Premier League. Get the latest there from Graham Beecroft.
Yes, and a chance here for Liverpool, but they looked like a bit of a tug, but the referee wouldn't have it as Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain on as a substitute race forward. He has come on. Salah has gone off. He wasn't too happy, Mohamed Salah, because had he scored in this particular game, it would have meant he'd scored 20 goals in each of the past 3 seasons, and that would have been a Liverpool record. As it is, it remains Liverpool 4, Chelsea 3.
Graham, thank you. My thanks to Chris Uwalumo, the former Scotland striker who joined us this evening from the Hawthorns as well. All of our producers and reporters this evening for their great work and throughout the season as well. You know, things have gone one way for some teams, differently for another. If you are one of those fans tonight with your head in your hands, those last few minutes, seeing your team go down to League One, if you're a Barnsley fan and you had your head in your hands and it was all flipped on its head by that goal against Brentford, did you think you would have beaten them? And West Brom supporters, well, you're into the Premier League, and that's all that really matters. You can get your calls in for the Sports Bar. Andy Goldstein and Jermaine Beckford, the former Leeds striker, are going to be with you. All the post-match reaction from the games and the trophy lift at Anfield coming up as well at around 10:30 for you. It's going to be a busy night here on TalkSport. 08717 223344.
Like you, at Mazda, we've been standing still for a while. And like you, we'd love to get moving again soon. So to drive us through these difficult times, we've created our best offer ever. Every car from the all-new Mazda CX-30 featuring Mazda M Hybrid to the Mazda MX-5 is now available with 0% APR for up to 42 months with nothing to repay for 3 months. So, whatever the road ahead, we'll drive it together. Mazda. Drive together. Search Mazda to find out more. Retail sales only. Mazda personal contract purchase. T's and C's apply. Subject to status. 18s and over. Not available in conjunction with any other offer. Mazda Financial Services.
Ever wondered why razors cost so much? Well, the guys who started Harry's did. So they bought a factory in Germany where they make high-quality razors that give a smooth shave for a fair price, making expensive razors a thing of the past. Join the 5 million guys who have tried Harry's so far and go to harrys.com/radio to get your $3.95 trial set, including 5-blade razor, blade cover, and aloe-enriched shave gel. That's harrys.com/radio. Subscription automatically renews, cancel any time.
I thought I'd never see you again. I missed how you made me feel, the excitement you brought me, but I never stopped loving you.
Did you just say something, mate?
Oh, just looking at the Premier League fixtures like...
Absence makes the heart grow fonder, so it's never been a better time to be a football fan. Celebrate with the Acca Cracker from Paddy Power. It covers all games on all markets, and if one leg folds, you get a free bet. Paddy Power. Max free bet £10, minimum odds of 1 to 5 on for each leg. T's and C's apply. 18+ begambleaware.org.
At the Halifax, we understand that as life returns to normal, it's a little bit different for everyone. You might feel good being out and about again. Or maybe you still feel safer being at home. Perhaps it's even a good time to consider moving. Right now, what matters is being wherever you feel most comfortable. And wherever that is, the Halifax are here to help. Online, on our app, over the phone, or in branch.
Terms, conditions and restrictions apply.
Tuesdays at KFC gonna get you like, wow, pow, chow, kapow, get down right now. If you know how, then take a bow. Cause this deal's gonna raise a brow. Get 9 pieces of original recipe chicken for an eye-popping $5.99. What the... Every Tuesday at KFC. Participating restaurants ends 18th of August 2020. Tuesdays only, subject to availability, not available online.
False information about coronavirus is being spread everywhere. Popping up here, being shared there. Ping! Reaching and tricking more people with every share. They don't even understand the harm it can cause.
False information can be hard to spot. Make sure you know what you're sharing.
Don't feed the beast. Visit sharechecklist.gov.uk. Stay alert, control the virus, save lives.
For the last few months, Suzuki dealers have been stuck at home like a lot of us. Swara broke her PB for the 10K. And Paul has started yoga. But now they're back and ready to help you get going again with 0% APR and no deposit across the range, including the new hybrid Vitara. Search Suzuki to find your local dealer. Suzuki, helping you get back on the road. Excludes Jimny, participating dealers only. Minimum contract length applies. Suzuki Financial Services Limited. T's and C's apply. See cars.suzuki.co.uk/offers.
On DAB Digital Radio and 1089 and 1053 AM. The Sports Bar on Talk Sport.
All right, fans, here we go with the main event of the evening.
Hello, my friends. Good evening to you. Happy Wednesday, and welcome to another Andy Goldstein Sports Bar with me, Andy Goldstein, alongside me, the Leeds legend that is Jermaine Beckford. Jermaine, good evening to you.
Good evening, good evening.
What a show we have got coming your way. It begins, of course, with all your calls on a quite bonkers night of football that sees West Brom go up to the promised land. Luton and Barnsley survive. Forest miss out on a playoff place as Swansea somehow creep through into the back door. All that, plus, of course, your calls on Man United and West Ham United drawing 1-1. And it's currently Liverpool 5, Chelsea 3. Lots to talk about. One number to dial. Get involved. Have your say on national radio. 08717 223344. It's going to be a busy night, my friends. Get dialing now. 08717 223344. 08717 223344. It's me, Andy Goldstein, and that legend that is Jermaine Beckford. I'm very excited about the next 3 hours, as I'm sure